fuck a 9 to 5, I just.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. It's your boy, Smiley Jizzle, my co-host, and our special guest today. We got a young lady on the show today who wants to talk about the discussion that we're going to talk about today. And please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Karlene.
Okay. Do you have any Instagram or anything that you want to share with people, or whatever you're doing out in the world that you probably want people to know before we go to the show? You can say that, and we'll leave the links below so you guys can just check it out.
I'm on Instagram as Karlene. My TikTok is Karlene Marie 5. My Facebook is Karlene Marie.
That's what's up. And you can find me on @SmileyJizzle. And my boy, where you can find him?
I'm lying. On Instagram, CRIS_OV.
Nice. And we here. So we have a discussion that came up online. I was just going through, like, some of the people were sending stuff, and I came across a discussion about single women. Why are single women single? And what was brought up in the discussion was single women are the reason that women are single. And I really didn't think this was a discussion that men should just have amongst themselves. I thought that we should have, a female perspective on this matter. To kind of more elaborate from their point of view, how they may feel, maybe how they feel towards other women, and how women treat other women in relation to this. You know what I mean? And just like you shouldn't accept this, or what type of behavior you should accept. We're gonna dive a little bit into that. I don't want to say how I feel about it, but let's just go straight to the guest, and we're gonna circle around, and then we're gonna get back to how I feel about it. So the topic is: are single women the reason women are single, and why? And tell me why you believe this is not, or why you believe this is so.
So I do believe it goes both ways. There's different branches with it. With single females, when they're around their friends, if they're single, they have the freedom to do whatever it is that they please without getting that phone call, without having that curfew on being back home, to prevent an argument of any sort. I do feel like when that friend finally gets into a relationship, the other friend that's single thinks, okay, she has no time for me, she's not answering this phone call, what's going on? They automatically just bump heads with that because one friend is single and one friend is currently with her, involved with someone. I say that to say it could go one or the other way. It all depends how your friend's mental is. It's not, I'm single, so I'm gonna keep you single. No, if she's miserable and she's single with it, and she has single friends, they get into a relationship, she's gonna try to toxify that relationship to where that friend becomes single again, and they could just go and parlay on the
Why is
man
that?
town.
Why is that?
Because she can't find the man, so that's
So misery loves company.
Of course.
Mm.
Of course. I do believe that. Now, if it's, that's one type of friend. Another type of friend is like, okay, my friend, she's in a relationship. I know she's not gonna, come out with me as often. And that's completely fine. Let me go and hang out with my other friends that are single, that does have that extra time, that is on go when I want to go out, that doesn't have to answer to anyone when they say out 3-4 o'clock in the morning. It's just YOLO.
So
whatever.
So what if you were dealing with somebody and that person didn't like you chilling with single friends because he wanted them to be either he didn't feel comfortable because he knows misery loves company.
I think it's about that as your partner. You're talking about your partner.
Yeah.
I think it comes into a trust thing. It's a trust thing.
Mm.
So, if you feel secure in your relationship and you're happy in your relationship, you got things going on, your relationship is amazing, it's great, and you know, it's like, okay, I do want to spend time with my friends. Like, let me go out with the girls, let me hang out, let's go to a bar, club, whatever the case may be. Like, I think you would handle yourself as a female that's spoken for. You're not gonna ball out as they are. You're not gonna act crazy. You're not gonna, you know, be what's the word I'm looking for? Well, that too. But you're not gonna be as engaging as your single friends would be. It's more so of you having a good time with your friends. Let your single friends engage, whatever.
Cause I'm waiting. Cause I'm being good, right? Cause I'm not saying nothing. That's why I said everybody start first before I go good. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna let you finish your point. I'm gonna let you finish your point. So overall, you think it's okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay to have single friends.
It's okay to have single friends. It boils down to you, your mental, what you're dealing with in your relationship at that time, and that's it. If you're unhappy in that relationship and, you know, you're not really in tune with that other person, then yeah, you're gonna...
Your single friend's gonna have more influence on you if you have a bad relationship.
Of course.
Because they're gonna be trying to help you to figure out ways to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
Instead of you internally in your relationship working with your partner and figuring out what you guys need to do to get that therapy, whatever you gotta do, more passion, whatever you gotta do in your relationship, your friend is putting stuff into your head and they can't keep a relationship longer than a month. It's not the best advice, and it's not coming from the best person. You know what I mean? The best advice would be if that friend said, hey, go talk to somebody, or talk to them, or try to do this, and try to figure out a way for you to work through the situation instead of telling you ways to get out of the situation. Girl, you need to come out with us on a girls' night. You need to go to Jamaica. You need to let's go on this cruise to the Bahamas. Let's do all this crazy stuff. And you're like, oh, it's okay. We can go do it. He'll be okay with it. Or it don't matter what he's saying. I'm gonna go do it anyway. I mean, regardless of how you feel about it, you gotta think about the person that you're in a relationship with. Number one, the single friends is not thinking about nobody that they in a relationship with because they're not in a relationship with nobody.
Exactly.
So they don't have that conscience telling them, you know what, maybe you should talk to your man about this and not be talking to me about this. Like, but that's a good friend. A good friend is gonna say, maybe you should talk to your man about this. Like a guy is probably gonna tell you, maybe you should talk to your man about this. Unless
Let me
he's
ask
trying to get at you.
Let me ask you, how do you feel about submitting to your the dude that you told? Like
Submitting to the person that I'm in a relationship with,
Yeah.
it depends. What's your definition of...
I'm asking, what's your definition of submission?
My
To a
definition.
man.
My definition of submission is...
Recliner, recliner. Recliner, recliner.
We're not gonna argue. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. So what I am gonna